Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Going out.
I've been to at least two, but not going over the both.
Yes, we're on, by the way, just so you know that we're on live. Right, live stream. Right. So you'll see us there, so if anybody needs to come on board, to be able to talk, the cam's over there. We might have some, there are two people that might be joining us via the chat. So, for those individuals that can ask any questions.
Oh, was this open to everyone?
Yes, it will be, as long as we're hosting it here, we'll be able to do this in the future. So that the individuals who can't travel to the spot over, or those that are working, have a hard time getting on board. Right, and they can mute it or just.
You send me a link to that, URL that we get done to me. We can share it on Facebook and stuff.
Okay. It will, it only records, I think, only an hour of recording.
You might. You could do, but I'll give it to you. Oh, that's hands-on.
If you want to,
Share that.
this would be great for the business to.
And there's coffee over there, guys, if you have any coffee, so. Might still be working. I'm just turning in just a second ago.
The same link from earlier.
Should be the same link from earlier.
Oh, yeah, are you planning to focus on one student population? I know, we don't do that.
Which part, okay? Which one?
I'm talking about this. Because I think the one I was on was early childhood and then it's like students, one with
I don't have the link anymore. I think we are, we have just a few more things to get done as far as setting up which, really, that's one of our current projects that we're working on, and we need to, talk about new project suggestions. For students, we're almost close to bringing that to superintendent on board of how schools, and once that idea is brought to them, we will brainstorm and then we'll get to these schools, I think, to implement a pilot themselves. Right now, I think we just, whatever everyone says today, but right now, we're just in a step by step kind of. Most of it is for the parent training on the mindset project. The last thing we have.
Can you give me her card?
The training tech
Give me her card. Give me her card.
For the RFC, we are determining supplies we need for that. And then the next step will be the superintendent's from the area to provide on the project. And then once we get that, I know that was like. Our teams are very different where they're at in the process and whatnot, and how we have to but I'm glad you joined us for the literacy of the child.
I think it was one,
Fourteen.
like I said, it was something that was, but the way it was worded, just like the way it's worded here. I still know what. So, word So, by the way, somebody needs to tell us what the,
We can go up there. Yeah, yeah, we can log you into a different browser. I apologize for setting up a little bit differently today. What we'll do, I'll get you up on the Safari browser. If you want to log in and then get whatever it is that you need, and if there's anything that pops up, you can log out. And then, and I do have there's a power cord underneath you, so you might want to be careful of this one. And then just minimize that, and then whenever you need it, all we have to do is pull this back up.
Hey, good, how are you?
I do want us to give this to individuals. I know we had talked about it at that last meeting, so people know what's who's on what as far as when we're talking about them.
Yeah, I mean, I like that. I think that's a good idea.
Okay. Let me copy that.
Well, I can't log into my email. I've got an idea.
The light shift key,
Yeah.
that's not working. So that might be the reason why I use the left shift.
Okay. Let me try that. Yay! That was what it was. Okay, so then I'll just minimize this to get this off of that, right? Okay, well, let's see if I can remember. The wrong one. Let's try that one. She says she's gonna be late because she had, okay, how do I minimize this?
All the way to the top.
That arrow?
No, that's down. Go up all the way to the top, like so that when
You have to drop that, we need a bulb down.
maybe you can escape out of there. Because I don't even see that. Let's try that. Usually it has it's at the top.
You're fine.
I'm just not seeing, I'm a iPad person, so.
Oh, there it goes. Okay,
Oh, I'm not
click it.
used to Safari.
There we go. See, it was
It's hidden.
now you yeah, it was hidden because it was full screen.
And then,
Mark with that.
Oh my god,
Okay.
look at my hair.
and so then, so when I
And then when we're
need,
ready, just click on Safari.
this guy.
Get Safari. Now I'll open it up. Individuals who are on the webcam won't be able to see it.
I don't, she sent me an email, so. But I. And then. Oh, I need to give you this. Oh, yeah, I just, I want to make sure I have this. Like, grab the here.
You're on top.
All right, thank you guys for coming today. I got a text from Heather just moments ago, and she said, she's part of the real estate, and she had some urgent message from the realtor that had to be handled. So, I'm Marie Canback, co-chairs of our Still Alliance, and a community volunteer. Formerly, I was a community volunteer for 5 years, so I'm not just non-STEM oriented. And so, we're gonna go the opposite way. We're gonna introduce yourself and let the folks know who you are. And I think this is the sheet that Mike provided. This is print out. Who's on first? And what are folks on?
Hi, welcome. I'm Mike Stewart. I work here at North Park Gallery. I'm the STEM coordinator here. I'd also like to let you know we are currently live streaming online, so the TV that you'll see behind me has a chat window. So welcome, whoever is online. I can see that we have 3 viewers. Those that are online, if you wish to communicate with us, we can see the chat window up on screen. We cannot hear you, but we know that you are there. So if you have any questions, please feel free to type them into the chat window that's available. So this will also be available online through YouTube. This is being broadcast live through Google Hangouts, but it does keep an hour-long video recording of everything that we do here. So I guess watch over here. It is open to the general public.
I am the early childhood and art specialist here at Hi, Brandon.
I'm one of those mills, my first time here. I just recently graduated from LSUS in science and pardon me. Next excited. Okay.
Good afternoon. My name is Cheryl Lewis. I'm originally from here. But I've been in DC forever, came back, and I brought some ideas that I did up in DC for biology and environmental science. So I have a school named after my mom and dad. We are housed in Morningstar Life Center. We are STEM school with focus on environmental issues. I'm Mary Ellen. CIC is Cyber Innovation Center.
I'm in Memorial with Ocean Community College, and this is only my second time. And I also manage a couple grants, some federal and some local, that help support students.
Hi, I'm Katisse Davis Hardy. This is my first meeting. I'm from Caterpillar Schools. I work in professional development in Caterpillar and have a background in science and will be helping support our science specialist.
Hi everyone, I'm Megan March. I'm the community engagement coordinator for Step 4. Laura says in regards that she couldn't be here today, but the show was cool.
I'm Julia Grove. I'm in the PRF program.
Okay. Bringing in our regions.
Facilitating our region's futures.
Okay, and, so now unfortunately, it looks like, two of our current project presenters are going to be here, so that's unfortunate. Are there any, virtual school training, do you have any updates on, have you heard anything happen as far as the, oh, I'm sorry, I'm getting my computer stuff.
Yeah, so kind of apologies that you couldn't hear him at the meeting today. But he's giving you a few notes to update folks with. So we scheduled a meeting with Dr. Lori for next week. And I have you discuss the application for that. And school selection and cutoff. And after that next week, the next steps will be setting up professional development for teachers and volunteers. And see what those kind of sessions will look like in acting curriculum.
And then, do we already know, or do we have an idea of which school we want to try to do this in Bossier? I know you said we're still selecting the school in Canada.
I believe that we're still under discussion. I know it narrows down, but there's some other issues.
And currently in Bossier, at the middle school level, are coming this next school year, aren't they going to be using the cyber innovation center?
They have been set as classes for.
Okay, so it's kind of like the Bossier schools aren't really in so. But yeah, so but Bossier students are already getting exposed to the STEM curriculum provided by the cyber innovation center. Okay. Certainly.
I'm at that age. I have a problem. Since the curriculum subcommittee hasn't come up, we're not really sure, I'm not really sure what the package looks like now, or what the application has evolved into. Is there an opportunity to share that either via email?
Yeah, so I'm not privy to that either, and I'm assuming that after this week, we'll be a second meeting to
So how far have y'all gotten into, and just to piggyback after what you're talking about, how far, or how much of this package are we just right now, just at the end, back to the planning stages of just talking to Dr. Dory to see how have we gotten into logistical, how it's all going to work out, what specifically, which topics?
So my understanding is that after talking, we're kind of waiting on that, talk to Dr. Boyd, huge red flag from us saying, yes, we want to do this, or to kind of fill him out and and after that discussion, I think we're to start discussing about that.
And y'all going into talking about the Dory with the presentation in terms of just the curriculum, or also in which schools that you are recommending to?
So I will need to speak to that, I don't know.
Yeah, it's my understanding that Laura's hoping that it would be the new middle school is being formed in Bear Park, where the kids from Lakeshore Middle and hospitals in Queensboro will be being moved that way. So I think that's kind of what she's thinking would be an ideal kind of school. Launch this pilot program. Yes.
They have, yes.
Yes,
Like
that's-
towards,
Even with the lawsuit,
I think you're right.
already started restructuring all the elementary schools, so the 6th graders that elementary schools have to go somewhere. Lake Shore itself, someone is going to have to do it, and Bear Park itself is only large enough campus to accommodate that. So I am not heard from Brooke very well. Most of us are not heard that it will not accessible. Always. Yeah, no, it's not changing. We'll see.
That's what we heard.
Have you determined by the school?
For the hours, I mean, if you look at the website, you can look at, there's access to and stuff, and there are like, they have some specific spots, okay, for this activity, you're gonna need these top balls and these, but that is available through the conservation centers.
May I ask one more question? When is the next time the subcommittee is planning on, have y'all had a chance to meet on this? Okay.
Right.
Right. So let's look at the planners, right?
Do you have anybody on the other end?
We have 3.
We do.
Oh, and you're with.
I'm one.
So, Claire was just giving us an update on the agenda, and they're going to be speaking about it. And hopefully the subcommittee will be meeting again soon, because there haven't been meetings. And I don't see the blue audit here.
We just said he wasn't going to be able to make it, or he would be late. He was hoping that, one of the members would make it.
Yes, and I printed out notes for my meeting and I forgot to bring them. So
Oh.
Grant said he should have to take care of it.
Oh, gosh.
Sorry. I'll try to remember just very briefly. Had 2 meetings, but the second meeting, Renee had something right at the last minute. So we press forward as far as we could. Where we are right now is the framing of an outline for 3 hours. We come through together.
It's 3 hours of professional development that y'all are providing class for.
And after that, then we'll get to streamline actually getting the presentation materials together. The original date that we had all decided on together was not going to work for 2 of us. So we were supposed to contact you, Heather, and ask you to push out a request to change that to 20. No, from the 20th to the 20th. What was the date? You asked about the
It says 7/13.
Okay.
Yes, pilot training, 7/13.
Okay. And the actual location is not determined yet, it's in here. Does that date change work for everyone? Is that approved? Instead of, which one was the original date? I have all my notes next to mine.
You were correct. I think it was back in the 20th.
And so we need to move it to the 13th?
But
I'm gonna be out of town and I had some other conflict too, so. Whatever it was, we needed to move it to the week before, yeah, so that's when we switched, but we can send that around.
Okay, you just send me an email after the meeting. I'll push it out.
This is in July, not June, so.
In July. What Renee's concern was getting, even a small cohort from a school to commit to 3 hours of one without sleep. She was really concerned about that. So our plan is to package it such that there's a logical break at the end of each of the 3 hours, and that the content will be chunked into 3 basic sections. And so if we need to do it as a 3 hour, or we have the opportunity to do it as a 3 hour, which we think would be best, because we have all the ammunition and all the tools that we need to try to implement the change. But if it's not feasible, then we can do it over the course of 3 different smaller sessions, maybe after work or on a Saturday morning or something like that. So, that's kind of the direction we're heading right now. And those of you who were here at the last meeting, the plan was to do a mock presentation. There's many members that would like to come and do the 3 hours with that group. Let us work the kinks out, get feedback from you all before we present it as professional development for that team. She also thought it would be a great idea for this idea for us to participate, so we're looking for source funds for that. I think it would be fantastic if it's, like, if we only did partnering teachers at one school for the first year, and then we did a second wave the second year, like we did 6th grade the first year. In the second year, those students would now be in 7th grade, so we would work with the 7th grade teachers. And then the following year, the 8th grade. So the first group, this is just an idea, this is not set in stone. One of the ideas that we tossed out was the first group kind of be training trainers the second time around, and that perhaps we can do some statewide presentations at some of the professional conferences, funding to fund them traveling to those. It would be kind of like a perk to do that kind of pilot, to participate in that growth mindset pilot for that group, for that school. So if we were the teachers at that school that were doing the growth mindset, we would get to travel to a state conference and present a session on how it's going for us. And if there was funding to help support that, then that would be kind of our incentive to be that pilot group.
Are we looking at doing that funding source through Cato heading that up, or through one of us potentially trying to?
If anybody has an idea, that is perfectly fine for anybody to do somebody about. I think any sorts of funding would be welcome.
And one last question, what, you're looking at starting with middle school 6th grade success, in the guidelines here.
And the best case scenario would be the same school we're doing our students, but I had a little bit of concern about, the step forward always wants measurable results. If we have 2 interventions, you can't really say this one did and this one didn't. Or no. But, we decided, oh well, we'll just do it anyway.
That's a technical school.
We haven't decided on which school we're at.
Okay. And then how many teachers, just the whole grade level?
Well,
how many is ideal?
the most ideal would be the entire staff. If that doesn't work, the entire grade level. If that doesn't work, whoever we're working with in RSC would be the best target group. And
Just
I
the
think
Queensboro or Brentwood?
As a best idea.
that's not really our decision.
Because I mean, my understanding is there's going to be 2 separate groups, in the same little age group. So I think they were going to try to close Queensboro, but then they take it back.
I
And
don't know.
decided to keep it up. But that's what we discussed at the last school board.
And they would probably know that better than we, weren't they? Sorry.
It's just gonna be a difference.
Queensboro. What about one in Harvard and Lakeshore?
Really?
Lakeshore, not like Lakeshore, well, Lakeshore is now gonna be Fair Park.
Yeah.
Right, they're just going to move
Yeah, they're
over to
moving
Fair
to
Park.
Fair Park.
Okay, so we have Fair Park and then we'll have Queensboro.
Anyway, I don't know if anybody has any feelings about the target group. We don't feel like we are the ones to make the decision about where professional development will be done. We're just trying to put it together. And we feel like that's a decision for the whole line.
But I was thinking about what you said about the measurable outcomes. Having 2 initiatives on it, one school at the same time, it's hard to tell which one actually had the impact. But it's the same neighborhood, and so you're still impacting the same community with 2 separate schools.
Could I also just pipe in real quick? This is just a general concern I'm sure most people have with us trying to garner, if we're actually having an impact, let us going in there and doing this with so much turmoil kind of present in some of these schools with choice for this type of program if we actually do expect them wanting to succeed. If the teachers are just going to pressure, the nutrition is going to pressure, and us.
And you can get true test. I think that if it really works, this is what it should work.
True test. And it's really up to Dr. Lori, and you said our meeting next week, right?
Other outcomes or, every, looking at, you just like Dr. Lori did not on board.
We know there's oversight councils for the transformation zone. So there are different factors at play as far as what decision you're going to be making. And just to be honest, as far as community support with what our schools are doing right now, it kind of be interesting. Not saying we just know they're going to keep it this, but maybe anything else they have to say as far as what they're doing to soften the blow for what's going on in school.
Ms. Boyd, is your meeting with Dr. Gory only about the hour of being, or is this also to include growth mindset? Are we doing this collaboratively, one punch, or are we trying to do this different times? Because if we're starting from the top down, then we're stuck with the person to start with.
Well, I think the PD comes from Renee deciding what school she wants to go. Is that correct? I don't think that comes.
I don't know that Claire's been involved with the
I'm really not,
professional
so, yeah, so I'm just updating, for my testimony and having Dr. Lori discuss our scene on Monday.
Okay.
Now, Ms. Hardy, is that correct?
Yes.
Would that be a decision for Dr. Lori, would that be?
It could very possibly, I don't know what inroads Renee has already laid.
With correct mindset?
Yes. I can't speak for direct mindset, but for our esteem, it's not a binding commitment by any means or contract, but we do have a letter of support written by Dr. Corey after we wrote an explanation of what we wanted to do, and then Ms. Pullen brought that to the attention of Dr. Corey. So in writing, we have this letter of support for that budget. If anybody wants to see it, but thank you for bringing that up. Smart.
Did you have a suggestion about you must be concerned about it, you talk about it.
Yes, I am generally concerned about it. I completely agree with you that those are the schools. If it's going to succeed, we do want it to succeed in there. It's not the issue with, I'm only talking about the kids that are up and moving, the teachers are up and moving, the administration is up and moving. It's a completely brand new environment, but it's very volatile and very unstable in that sense. I'm not saying that we don't want to work with a high risk necessarily school, must be, but maybe giving them a year to settle down just a little bit.
They may not have a fair chance to demonstrate the model.
Right, that way they can kind of get their foot under them before we try to do this. I mean, there are plenty of other schools that we identified that have a need as well, besides that particular.
Is growth mindset strictly going to be done private parish, or are you possibly going to do it in are they thinking of discussion in the group instead of a private school in private parish? And broke it out, based on how well. I don't have a horse in this race. No, I believe in it, and I believe it's important information. I don't care where it goes. Our community needs to hear it.
I literally just found the racetrack, so
All the going in, but-
I'm, just trying to find my seat. I can tell you that there is a desire for growth mindset in our district. I have had other administrators, I don't know what your target schools are, or anything like that. I do believe that you can find a school within the 50+ schools that we have that might be a pilot or there's a constant ask the question, desire for that information. Just that I have come across. But I don't know what your target audience is. I'm
we free to just say what school we were looking at? Is that okay? Is it okay to free to discuss what school we were looking at? We were looking at, yeah.
Oh, I mean, I don't.
We were looking at Lake Shore, and that's the one that was transferring to their park. That was my concern. All the transition, all the movement, putting this in place there. Work with that.
They have a great leader and they have, they do a lot of great things and have a lot of initiatives. I don't know if, I do not in any way want to speak for that school, but I know that there are schools in administration, different administrations, inquiring about the growth mindset and wanting to put that in place at their schools. I could probably share with you the names of those schools and get with Renee. She may have already done some inroads with Dr. Mitchell. I don't know. I can share you that so you can have a backup plan if you need.
Is it beyond the realm of possibility to have the target school as the RC and another school in the community so that we can compare? Did it work well in this unstable, still influenced environment and the RC as kind of like a double whammy? Or did it work better with a more stable environment and that was the focus and not something else? Would that be a possibility?
I mean, Queensboro isn't transitioning anywhere. That school is in the school. So there's no moving around going on there. They have the same.
Ultimately, if you're wanting to build that, that's how you go about it.
There's already a support system around this school.
Yeah.
Trying.
So it's gonna be K-5, so that grade level will shift. So we were looking at focusing on the same grade level, which I agree with you, but the sixth graders, there is sixth grade, they're current, right?
That school year could just end.
And then now they're all shifting to,
Oh, wow.
that's why all the K, the kindergarten, K3, they're all sixth graders leaving.
Okay, so all of the sixth graders.
Okay, so the sixth graders from Queensboro are going to move their farm.
To mine.
Okay, so, but they're staying open as a.
Professional development, so I don't know why.
Again, this is all speculation, we're not speaking for any particular one, that's just what was been
That
presented.
was how they hand moving outside the school.
Yes.
Yeah, that was, that was
Yeah.
the magic.
It was shuffling the keys.
The goal is to get the elementary schools back to the true K-5 configuration. And the middle schools be 6-8, high schools 9-12. For a few years, we've had some bizarre.
Yeah, we got middle school with high school. And high
So,
school.
for the most part, the goal for Dr. Lori is to make sure that our district is back to a traditional K-5 configuration. I can double check real quick and let you know if, let me check and make sure.
There's a lot of unanswered questions.
Are there any questions on the screen?
They don't say, y'all don't know they're gonna type with Laura. So she's our backroom chatter.
Well, so, I've been doing a lot of work recently with another nonprofit, Mark, this weekend, so. Just do that, but, so I got kind of a notice from Laura, so I don't have a complete answer for her, but at our last meeting, we were talking about different things we could possibly be doing, maybe the library system, and some of the things, I guess we go into labs, we were talking about Minecraft University, and then, actually, I've met Dr. Cheryl, living with her, my name is, visit with her school in the hour code, and I need to follow up again. And also, through the STEM ecosystem, their webinars, I learned about this thing called Learning Play, which seemed pretty interesting. And we learned about maybe when we were voting on which project would be better, we thought this was going to be too complicated, but of course, trying to get across is that all these coding things, there's already like prepackaged stuff online. It's not like we're going to be writing some software to teach kids this. And I thought what we could do, I think it might be used. Well, I thought if you all think it's a good idea. This Learning Blade, there's a 3-minute video that sort of explains what it's all about. And the lady, I think she's one of the creators, she had sent me that link. And let's see, let's go to full screen. Because I think maybe this would kind of explain it better than I can, what this one's all about, if this will go. And is the volume up?
Yeah, let me get that down. I'm sorry. Oh, quick. Let me
Okay.
change the volume control on that.
Okay.
You're quite all right. I forgot to do that. Two seconds.
There you go. Place it's doing it. Well,
Thinking on that setup, I guess I can go ahead and say, regarding, these projects that we should determine if, which ones, it will not go, actually align with short-term and long-term goals. Just something to think about as we think, she got it, so, Laura really wanted us to discuss that these projects impact, really want to have an impact on us. Have that discussion, and I wanted to say, since I was saying that, so we did the action plan, last meeting, last meeting. And coding activity, which is a coding for Minecraft University, and really, seemed to be popular among the projects selected. It's here, the action plan. And impact on goals by, and then for STEM mentors, Laura and I
We got actually observed it live in the field. The kids did exceptionally well with it. They enjoyed it. Some needed a little bit more handholding than other students. So, yeah.
I guess we can also, well, let me also bring up that, I was gonna show you the thing that, Demetrius was talking about with code.org. I guess we can also, well, we can also, about that, I was gonna show you the thing that, Demetrius was talking. Okay, good. Thanks. Okay. I don't know much about Minecraft U. I'm still learning about that. But, okay, here we go. Well, okay. So code.org, they're trying to do all the things they can do to figure out how to get kids more interested in coding. And this one part of their website, they kind of map out all these things. Here's the things that are free, here are things that are not free, et cetera, et cetera. Yeah, so I thought this was a very useful guide. How do I make this go down? Huh? Thank you. That's things I don't know. Yeah, okay. Hey, Mac person. Okay, yeah, so at elementary school level, all the Code Studio stuff, all their stuff is free. Code Monkey, there are fees involved. I don't know, and I keep hearing about Project Lead the Way. Apparently they are using it some. I don't know much about that. Scratch, I've heard that they're using that at South Highlands. That's apparently free. I'm still digging in and learning more about it. And see, again, code.org has stuff at middle school. They have it at high school. And so this, I think, just has a great, that all these other, like there's Khan Academy and Code Academy. There are all these different outlets that have tools in existence already. I didn't know the answer to the question Laura had for me as far as, does this map to standards that the teacher is responsible for teaching? I don't know that, because I'm not an actual educator. But I was just trying to, I guess, echo what Demetrius was saying, is that, if we were wanting to do this in the library or, in schools, it's not an impossible thing to learn, or it's something that, volunteers could get training on. And what I found too, Demetrius, when I did Dr. Dial at South School, I presented one of our algebra classes, and we were in I think it was the test rooms, everybody had their own computer. And what I should have done was, I found a tutorial that I wanted them all to learn on. Some of the kids got there more quickly. I should have just told those kids, help anybody else out who's struggling. Because I was only one person, and it was hard for me to, help, 4 people at a time. But,
That's what we ended up doing.
Yeah.
So we had a very smart young lady from Bird, Jelani. Yeah, she ended up helping teach the class because she was so smart. She already knew what to do, knew how to code. And, she was very outspoken. So we put her to work coaching the others. And then we had some more young ladies come in, so she was a very effective role model because they weren't as into the robots and stuff at first, but they saw her, she took interest in it, so they started coming with her. And then it was very effective because you had older people, you had peers, kind of guiding along, and then some of the ones that would get done quicker. We haven't helped each other. The Edison kids, I was going to tell you about that. We found a platform called the Edison Robot. So it's kind of like the Bobot, but it's a lot cheaper. They're like $40 a unit. We got a class we set at $30 for about $900. And you don't have to assemble the sensors and all that stuff like those robots. It's everything, the infrared, all of those sensors that make it do stuff. They're built in already. And they already have a curriculum and lesson plan ready to print out, ready to roll. And just taking them through the lesson plan, they were able to get it. They have one where they start out, it takes off and scans the barcode on the worksheet, and it gets a code just from scanning the barcode without them getting on the computer doing it. And then they just learn the basic process. I press this button, I upload the code, something happens. And then in the next lesson, they actually get the graphical program editor. That's the stuff to program on the computer with. They actually get in the little software program and they start to put blocks together and do program. And it walks them through that. So between the worksheets and us coaching already knowing how to do this stuff on more than so they were able to get a lot out of it. Some had already been in robotics in middle school, a couple of guys. A lot of them, they were first timers.
And I asked Mr. Chase, I'm sorry. Mr. Chase, representing Moser and Caddo, how many schools do y'all think are ready to do power of code? Do they do this be? Is this just actually an hour per year?
In both of my middle schools, STEM classes, that's great.
Is STEM apps, is everybody takes STEM apps, or is it just elective for middle school?
I think it would be helpful for us to know, I mean, as this group, what kind of exposure their school are already doing, so that we're not duplicating any efforts. If there's some way that the bullet point of all things STEM going on in the school, which schools, yes, broken down by schools would be important.
Because I was just contacted by Dr. Chapel because I volunteered, I put myself out there to volunteer for pregnant or that's actually, that really contacted me also. I think they were doing it under their own initiative. Yeah, more expensive kind of care.
So we're talking about initiatives that are parish-wide, not individual school-wide, I'm assuming. You said like your middle school-wide, right? Does Cal have anything
There
similar?
are different things at different schools, there are different initiatives in either Lisa or Kay, Renee would have to, you have to stick to that, I would not do it justice.
Have we given the professional development?
I oversaw their professional development, but they are not particularly in charge of that. But to backtrack for 1 second, please roll on my place.
So moving forward to the next meeting, if you all are possible, with the schools. Awesome. I have a feedback question for you, I'm sorry, about the, you said that Lisa and Renee are the ones that be able to speak to me for
But it's the initiatives around the science
what,
initiatives.
since coding is more in the science area, at least in the, I mean, I have, measures kind of different. But in CAD, it's more isolated and just, computer science class, would they still be
They,
over
I would assume they would, but if not, we will make sure we have that answer.
So we're moving forward with the Life Students project, where it's, everyone thinks that was a high impact. role,
And we can try to integrate it into our.
It's worth doing that, so we don't have two separate projects.
Okay. Okay, you have them in our morning, so.
Yeah, exactly.
Services, I know for a fact that, Kettle, the Title I had a STEM workshop for parents, and they said it was very successful. They said it was the only one that they had such a big turnout. And I think, if you look into what they did, you could probably hook up into how they were to get a big turnout. They said, it was a great way to educate parents. That's the thing, is if you can get the parents to understand what this is about, then you can get more schools and you get more kids. But we don't have the parents, they don't understand that we're gonna have a failure. And that's been my experience since I moved back here to Shreveport, is to, explain that is a great way. If they can see how they can benefit from it, then they are on board. But if you just talking, then they just like, okay, we've been here, gone there, done that before. And so then you don't have the type of support that you should have to be successful. So I would just put my 2 cents in.
When was this program?
It was over, I think it was like in the fall. I think something, they go, yeah, they're gonna do it again. It was a,
Was that the parental involvement? Is that the parental involvement department?
no, well, it's Title I, it was Title I.
I got one parental involvement with Rosalind Bryant.
Yes.
She is on a couple.
Yes, that's who it is, she was going over it.
So, Stacey, you've already got information that we can put into this.
I think you should, because she is.
To an extent. A lot of what we do for Rosalind is doing, I think there's a little bit more interaction with this particular activity.
Well, can I suggest this, because if our definition has been an ecosystem, this is already collaborative effort. Our system, the cattle system, workforce, to have 2 of our ecosystem already there. That program's kind of already sort of.
The thing is, it's something that just happens twice a year, and it's something that we should meet with here with my Rosalind's looking for ways to evolve that. She's looking for ways to strengthen what she did and even make it bigger, and then maybe have consistent and periodic workshops like that, instead of just like 1 year.
What is she needing?
She needs supportive, STEM-related organizations to be on site.
Hosting sites,
Well, no, not hosting location, she needs you at a station to be.
Okay.
Well, she needs that workshops.
So
Be
more
working, yeah. It's two things. It's providing an activity that can be done at the workshop, but also letting parents know what's available, what resources are available through your program.
And what I was, from what I heard, I think I missed it. There were some organizations that were there, and they were very happy of the outcome as well. So I think, you know, if you can find another name of the organization that can just enhance this more. So basically, it was a great turnout. You know, like I said, Ms. Bryan, she's really good. And she also invited the community to find out what they would like to have, so she can offer more solutions. I think that she is aware of this. I think she probably can help you with the schools on selection of schools, what might be needed, and being aware how to do it, because her goal has been is what topics do the parents about.
Would that be something we could micro to this to possibly help market to?
Okay, let's move on.
Sorry.
Yeah, I will contact Rosalind, yeah. And Ms. Bryant's been trying to reach me on Facebook. Perhaps a different matter, but we'll probably discuss it. The last item on our, well, second to last item on our agenda is new project suggestions. At this time, if you have any ideas or anything that you'd like to bring to the table, now is the time. If you want to discuss the mini maker fair, I know Laura said that was something that was big, so we can just
I need to incorporate private schools, right? Yeah, I mean, I'm a non-public school, and, you know, I was, whoever, not only use for entity and go on, I'm the person. We are small. I do, like I said, I have a great understanding of coming from DC to here. It has been like, so,
How large is your school?
well, it's really hoping to grow. That's the thing is exposing it to Shreveport. Because when I say, oh, this, I never heard of you, where are you? Blah, blah, blah. And so then when, so I is taking baby steps, you know, here. Like we just gave birth 3 years ago, but we still in the birth where if I was in DC, we've been up running, you know, we've been in first grade. But we do pre-K through 6. And like I said, I have to talk to the parents to let them know what the school's about. And when I explain things to people, they're like, oh, okay, we've been doing it all along. I didn't know that. So if you can have something that can connect to the people, then they're like, okay, instead of talking over them, if you can have some kind of connection of experience, it seems to connect
We're gonna discuss the mini maker fair, kind of narrow that focus down, and then I would like you all to, I have this.
Oh, it's up here. Okay.
Oh, it is.
Well, not exactly.
I would
Tell me
like
again
you
about
to
the
come
mouse.
up and just take a sticker and just put it on either 1, 2, 3, or 4, and then determine the impact on our goals and the resource, like we did our action plans with the last time. Just if everyone would do that. The mini maker. After we narrow it down, we kind of talk about that a little bit more.
I went ahead and posted some links on our COP site. This is the COP site. How many of you are actually using this site or get the emails?
I haven't done it.
You're not? Okay. Under community of practice, our ecosystem uses it the most, and I've been asked to speak to cohort 3 on Monday about how we use they call it the buddy site. It's logging in. Are you logged in, Micah? Okay. Hopefully it'll work. Anyway, I just posted some links. I searched through Maker Faire Global as well as Maker Ed to look for the role of STEM education in the maker movement. And there's quite a role. While I'm logging in, Demetrius, if you'd like to comment on that a little bit. I forgot. Okay, your shift button.
Yeah, so we think the Maker is an awesome collaborative project. It's actually how I met our planner and found out about the ecosystem. It was, it's kind of along the lines of all things we've been discussing. It's already a family-friendly atmosphere, so the parents are there with the kids. We were just incorporating NWLA Makerspace at the time, and we got a lot of good connections and positive feedback. A lot of interested families asking about some of the projects that we bought. So it was, it's right spot on with what we're trying to introduce. But we were a new organization at that time, and we got connected with a lot of people just from participating in it. So on a business level, there's that. As far as the history of makerspaces, I guess we touched on that before, but for people that haven't been here, it's always been like a grassroots effort within the STEM community. The reason why it's so new as far as implementing it in schools is because it's always kind of existed outside of a structured environment. Most of your highly skilled technical people are mainly self-taught, even a degree individuals. Most technology fields, there are things that you can take the classes, but if you don't practice on your own outside of class, it's just like sports. You wouldn't go to a basketball class. You actually have to consistently do it. So that's the things that happen in a maker meetup or a maker space. People with these different, talents like programmers, IT people, engineers, they get together, artists as well, and they come up with gadgets. An example would be the Square Reader was developed in the maker space.
That's cool. I can tell you from our experience in doing craft and code at Green Oaks, forget this, I don't have patience for it. Doing craft and code at Green Oaks, the students go through the iterative process of engineering where they learn failure. And it's not the final outcome, they're making something, but whatever product they made after we met with them weekly for 18 weeks, whatever product they made was not nearly as important as the process of getting there. And they learned that it's okay to fail and to redesign and to start over. And there are many different resources in the maker movement. It's not just that you have a maker fair. That's sort of the capstone of everything. You draw together makers from your community and even outside of your community. They'll come from Houston or Dallas or even Baton Rouge. Fairs all over the world now. And, I would love to be able to have some of the things that they do at those maker fairs. It's not a crafts show. And here, in the Buddy site and the COP site where I posted those links, there's a 40-page article on the impact of the Maker Faire, published by Maker Faire Global. And I only printed off the education page. It's got government and public policy and all sorts of other things on the ed.
I'm supposed to lose what the Maker Faire looks like. Do you need a visual or like some people you like some maybe something more visceral to think about? Think about like a show and tell me science fair like in a pretty big broke-off area where people who tinker and make projects that could be really sophisticated or really rudimentary are there to sort of show off what they do. And this could be robotics that are using like open source platforms, or it could be something that you made from scratch with the nuts and bolts in your garage. It's all about the tinkering. It's all about trying to figure out how to make something out of what's existing. Or a lot of times it starts, especially with younger children, taking a toy, tearing it down to bits, and seeing if you can put it back together or make it. So that's kind of how that's what the movement starts. It's about people
prototyping things themselves. That's like Linux. Like after Linux, you've got like Arduino. It's all about everyone starting with some of the same basic tofu, but doing what they want with that tofu and showing you something new, like showing you.
It's like a geeky version of a car show.
Yes. So Maker Faire has, of course, a website, and we're a licensed mini Maker Faire. We have to meet the criteria for Maker Fairs. Flagship fairs are in Bay Area, Chicago, well, and of course Berlin, etc. Some people have heard of Burning Man. I hadn't until I got involved in the Maker. But you might make some sculpture that's 3 stories high that shoots flames or something, you know, and some of it's for fun, but some of it is actually just out of necessity because as we get into, you know, being consumers every day, we learn that when things break, we can fix them instead of just buying another one or relying on somebody else to come fix things. There are youth maker groups. Here are the flames. There are youth maker groups, young makers. If your community wants a young maker group, there is such a thing, but you got to have somebody want to run it. There are also maker summer camps. Levette could comment on that.
But since Make Magazine and Google partnered to do the maker camps every summer, and the library's been like a host site. I don't know if we're doing it this year because applications I haven't seen, but there's an interactive component. They have Google Chats and Hangouts, and you can kind of you're making with people around the world, and they have different projects that kids can come, and you're basically taking garbage and making machines all summer. For the most part, a lot of it's kind of crafty, but a lot of it gets pretty technological as well. The Mythbusters guys, they're big in the maker movement out of the Bay Area. They're often like keynote speakers or presenters.
This is a part of the culture in Silicon Valley-like areas that is essential in order to attract that type of talent, and of course those types of businesses. So in Austin, Texas, you know, this is like a part of everyday life. And so if we want to grow that type of private sector here, you know, with creative professionals where you have your highest growth as far as business and economics, these are the things that those people like to do.
Or just, I mean, obviously there's the kill kids, you know, it takes some of the intimidation factor out of some like engineering. If you look at it first, like, oh, it's just how things come together. Instead of thinking about it always in a really simple way, like kind of interacting and kinetic sort of learning.
So are you looking at this project for the STEM ecosystem to support?
If we can figure out a way that would suit.
It's something we're already doing. We would like it to be bigger. The first year we held it at Centenary College in collaboration with Centenary, and there were 455 participants total. We didn't really have a budget to promote it very much, so a lot of it was walk-ins, but the next year we held it downtown in Shreveport next to Cyport in conjunction with the farmers market. We had 626 participants, but we would like to reach, you know, commas, 1,000, 2,000, 3,000, and our committee is working on this. What would be great is if we could involve students. Okay, here's a nice slideshow. If we can involve students so that they could maybe have a team, they made something together over the year, and then they go to the Maker Faire and they have a booth, and they can be a maker and get recognition from sponsors, from members of the community, and show off what they did. It's a big show and tell is really what it is. Hey, look at this prototype. What do you think of this? And you can share ideas.
Could you have a showcase like Heartbreak has? And does that draw parents in? Because they want to see their child showcase.
We held the Maker Faire in September, October. And so unless you've been working with the kids for the previous year, it's way too soon in the school year. Our Maker Fair committee is talking about moving it to the spring. Actually, with art break, we do have some branding issues, but we will be meeting with the art break people next week. That way, we've already got a big audience that can just come over. Plus, that'll give us all those months to get teams or kids ready. We could bring the robotics teams or even the crafting for the kids if they're still,
Is that a or still?
I guess the outcome would
Yes,
be,
we do.
if the outcome could be looking at where we are now for student participants and trying to have a goal of X amount of student participants for the next one. That's an easy gain for us. I guess the next one that maybe our partner game is some way to measure this outcome, STEAM interest from the beginning of the year to like you survey the kids that might participate in August, how interested are you in STEAM, and then in May, if you have more positive interest in STEAM, that might be a good outcome because we still have to have something we can measure here, right?
Yes, it does need to be measurable.
So how does everyone feel about this? If you would please, come up as your disciplinary to me, and I would just take one of these stickers and place it on 1, 2, 3, and 4. And they have little bullets kind of identify what each category means. That would be really helpful, so we can move forward with whether or not we do this as our overarching goal.
We still need like a concept to move forward with though. I guess at the lowest level would be just having volunteers from this group on site. The next level might be helping us recruit volunteers, and then the next would be helping us recruit and sustain student teams.
And it also needs, some sponsorship. It costs money to make sure that your makers have Wi-Fi and power. City fees that you have to pay, trash cans, bathrooms, there's all sorts of things that you do have to pay for.
And you get the city they already sponsor the art groups. And that might be one of the benefits if everything works out well, that would be.
And if we have like some of those big names, that means maybe and draw, like
Like the busters. And I looked up, well, I looked up Cindy, her last name, I think that's her last name actually. She's the queen of the crappy robots. She also works at Golden Blocks and does their voice stuff on YouTube. Yeah. She was fun. Have you seen her? Awesome. But yeah, we can have like one keynote awesome presenter.
And it's definitely a STEAM event, definitely, no doubt about that.
Have you been to the one?
No.
Has anybody?
They're awesome.
Does anybody know what it is? It's a field trip, might be.
I think it feels like a great idea.
Yeah.
What's working for them?
Right. Not off the top of my head.
Austin's is such a drive. You'll have to plan it out.
Yeah, but just as a quick, because I know that there's maker spaces, and this is for me personally. What is the difference between our mini maker spare, there's on the bridge and maker space on the street? Is there a difference or?
Well, the fair versus the space. Oh, the maker fair down in the.
I think what he's.
Oh,
The branding names of the makers.
okay, the Texas Avenue Makers Fair, I think they got started by someone that knew that makers fairs were cool with it. They decided to go in more of a crafty arts and crafts sale. So they are a sale. We are a show and tell.
That was my question, because I love makers fairs. Not as big a fan of craft shows and our ability to participate. I was concerned if you're different.
Yeah.
I've never been very both.
One of the reasons we wanted to partner with the Arts Council is to give people a better understanding of what we're doing. It gives us a stronger audience. We're focusing more on STEAM, more on robotics, the 3D printing, the tinkering, the hacking and stuff. Whereas, and that's what most makers fairs are. But to be under the branding of Make Magazine and the Maker must be that.
You actually, according to our license, which is trademarked by Maker Fair Global and has been around for longer than the Texas African Makers Fair. And don't ever put an S on the end of Maker Fair Global because it's not. But, just saying, they would allow no more than 25% of your makers can even, that is a rule. So, you know, and they're also looking for diversity of makers. And we talked about, you know, you can have some agricultural makers. You can have, you know, environmental makers. You can have the high-tech people. You can have the arts people. Or any mix.
That was my next question, what was the definition? Can you make anything from scratch or you a maker, or is it technology?
No, anyone's a maker. You know what, they have people who love the old retro stuff. Who was it? Jerry Summerall was talking about that group over there where you do blacksmithing.
Yeah.
You know, and yes.
And it could be someone who does giant knitting, or that makes
Right,
or loom or something.
Well, the concept is breaking things up. So like a maker is a publicly correct version of hacker because they start to be used with other stuff.
Yeah.
But it's really called hacker, and a hack is anytime you take something that already exists and you repurpose it and make it theoretically cool.
They have takeonomy, which is like giant origami. By the way, two of the people who volunteered to do the spotlight are not here or available, so I think since I don't want to put anybody on the spot, I know we're already out of time. We're not gonna do a reverse spotlight today unless it was just itching to keep us late, but otherwise.
There was one last thing, and I know we, last time we tabled the idea of extending time, because we were out of time last time. I think this is big twice. So I'm just gonna bring it up again, or to the council, to most of our committee, Alliance, thank you. Extending just a little bit, 30 minutes or an hour and a half, just because our time of talking tends to get eaten away by questions, which we want answered.
Yeah.
Or would you be opposed to doing so?
Somebody also mentioned that if this was the last thing we had to do today, they didn't have to drive all the way back to work. So. Do we want to consider starting a little later and ending, you know, and giving it more time? I will say that I go to the other community foundation step forward meetings, and they're very different. You've got these business people in their suits first thing in the morning, and nobody asks questions, you know? And you certainly don't get two questions in a row.
You haven't seen that work, they kind of, the early literacy and we go a little bit, but we're still seeing how it works. But we're further along, we had an advantage over you all as far as putting our projects together, like from the beginning, like being able to retreat and stuff and understanding. We just have more of an advantage for that.
The other difference is that you've got two organizations. Got to step forward. And we've got, you know, the STEM Alliance, so it's different in many ways. I'm open to anything, so.
I like those suggestions, maybe a little later and a little longer, one more program. Flipping the content a little bit, and then we send out before the meeting. Here is a concern, questions we want answered, those kinds of things. So we can kind of get right to the point, and, if there's a video you want to watch before we come, just all of it, anything that you can get prepared and watch on your own time.
I like that.
Yeah, I like that too.
Okay, so do we have any motions here?
First, second, third?
Yeah,
but it's gotta make sure.
So we
Yeah.
vote on impact, that we understand what we're voting on, so that we're not, I mean, that's,
You wanna wait
it's
till
just
the
so
end?
complicated, we should wait, because I think it's a little
We
complicated.
need more information on the Maker Fair. Somebody throw any more information.
I think everyone is there a handout or something that you can shoot out in a mass email, Maker Fair 101.
We probably need one sheet before we all meet.
Yeah. one-sheeter. I don't do mass emails, I put it on the COP site.
But how do we get access to the COP site?
Oh my goodness.
It's gonna have this link.
We just need like a one sheet that everyone can look at it. Send that to you. Yeah, like, that way, I gotta fill it, nobody here wants to log into another thing to look at it.
So we'll wait on this, until everyone has a better understanding, right? We'll
Yeah.
wait on this, everyone's, I'm sorry.
No, you're fine, go.
So we'll wait on that, and then I have one more suggestion. If you all look at the email, I sent out a survey for the teams. I did on your pamphlet, if you could please go and take 2 minutes, just put your name, what you do, don't like, what we can improve on, et cetera, et cetera. It's quick. Oh, you did it? Okay, I see it. Yeah, I'm sorry, I should tell you before.
Use your QR code next time.
And if you're not on the CRP site, send me an email. I'll write my email. I don't mind emailing you stuff, I just don't want to inundate.
I think that could be something.
We love y'all.
I know, we didn't.
We doing stuff.
I'll do this. I did it like that.
Well, I didn't.
Just a vote, just
Well,
get
we
a.
had that, but then we put on the other.
You guys said I like a poll.
Do y'all want to do a poll, y'all with this?
You know what, I can send out a poll.
That's the number.
I was
Yeah, poll.
because we have several, people that do like 3:30 was awesome.
Okay, for time and length.
Time and length, yeah.
You they have no choice but to be yourself.
Yes, and really, and, we'll also send out the change date for that growth mindset logo.
And the motto is, do y'all have a site that y'all doing at the library? Do y'all have a site? Like I said, if y'all ever need a site, that's, y'all can use the library upstairs. Yes, it's small, I think you can work if you want to, so you have, if that comes down to it, you don't have any issues, just, yes. I'm not taking everything's been going. Good.
This is my house. This is what they did to my house. They said there was a lot of damage, so they went in and they removed everything. Now they let that big one
Is he that one?
the last job.
Well, I drove my lawnmower, so I don't. Yeah, see. And I'll send out a phone stuff. I'm not, I'll be having your ads. She's amazing.
It's, I know about that too, like, I know she was here last week, that was so fun.
Was it that good?
Let me just say, that I had my options for the same time, and then got really into all the things that I did, like, really early. It was either that. Hi, how are you doing? It's like, context is everything. Yeah, context is absolutely everything, I'm sorry. Hard to see you.
How are you?
Well, we end up staying all week, we left here, and I got peer pressure to get in there, I jumped off that bridge. It's so Saturday, I was sleeping. It doesn't take much, like, even if I look at something, I'm like, oh, yeah. No.
I love it. I'll tell him.
Thanks for saying hi, Steve.
Good to see you. You looked gorgeous during my house.
It was like a Clark Kent Supergirl kind of thing here.
Wonder Woman every Friday.
Yeah. Yes.
Yes. Oh my God. Yes. Now I'm
I like to support sharing something. Anyway,
So right now. I'll share this information with Renee.
Okay, thank you.
I know those apartments now that I think it's gonna be June 30th, that's Friday, right before July. So like, we'll have to travel there yet, but he's gonna be coming that weekend. Friday, Saturday morning. So I'm gonna do Friday.
Hi. Don't need anything?
Well, are you about to leave? The only thing that we might, I don't know money, but I know we're going to need that with library. And it is supposed to. Well, we could do it, afternoon or first in the morning, or. So if you want to ask the board to do it. Yeah, well, that's. Okay, well, I'll just. Other than that, we're going to do that. Was it shot?
I didn't.
Okay, good.
Like I told you, I didn't work.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah, unless it needs to happen, yeah.
Of course, she can go.
No, it's.
But I told him what needs, she needs to let it get going. She goes, "Where is she leaves?" Just like yesterday, Lauren had like, She's from Ranch, I'm pretty good at.
Yeah.
But she's not from here.
Well, of course not, but still, it's, should be, yeah, someone tell people we're going to lunch, so that somebody's here. They wouldn't take the, they tell you they wouldn't take the lemonade back. They wouldn't take the lemonade back because we didn't have your card, and it was an online order, and we didn't have your Sam's card. So we just brought it back. We didn't go grab another one.
Oh,
So we'll get,
really, it's just cheap if you go ahead and order.
I would, and we're not in desperate need of, we have enough drinks to get through theater camp. So theater camp starts Tuesday. We have plenty of drinks for that. It's not until Tinker Camp in July that we really need that second.
You should.
I'm positive. I'll
Because
remind
a lot of the money in one for you. And it should be here.
Well, that was, we had the card with us, and we almost went back and got one, but then we had to see if we asked somebody to over there, and we didn't want to use the card without. I don't really like using the card at all.
Right, I agree. Okay, well, we'll get talking about before then if I have to go over there. Jeremy and I are always in that area of love. I got to get one more thing, love, so there you go.
We're easy.
Yeah.
We counted.
No, it's just a trick yourself. I don't like it. I don't like it. Anybody watch it.
And it really got the way she treats her card.
And it wasn't what you should do, regardless of, you know, where it went.
That's right. Yeah, if we can move the table first thing in the morning, then that would be.
Now, you got, this one, the one I'm second.
This one from here.
How much did I hear?
I did, that's what I'm No, not the table in the library. Nice wood. I'm asking questions, actually. No, just this table
I'm
from
glad you
here
said that.
to here. Just this one. And all the white tables will be gone, so you shouldn't have to remove them.
Y'all want to all look at it in the morning? One more show. When you play,
Oh, okay. Did it stop raining long enough to do that? Did it stop raining?
well, work.
It is what it is. You too. And Gary said for us not to move the wood table because he will do it in the morning, he doesn't want to.
Okay.
He said if we want him to break down the white tables and chairs in the morning, just leave a note on his desk and that they'd be happy to do that.
Who is they?
Kenny and,
Okay. How did you think it went?